Welcome to Your Radiant Spirit, a space for the conversations and colors that help you see yourself more clearly. I'm Heather Eck, an intuitive artist and guide, and I believe your soul speaks in the ways the mind can't always put into words, through color, energy, and the stories your body holds. This show is where we explore those messages. Through personal stories, deep conversations, and creative insight, we'll uncover what's been hidden, release what no longer serves, and begin to imagine what's possible when you live in full alignment with who you're meant to be. What you hear here is more than inspiration, it's an opening, a chance to feel the shift that could change everything. So take a deep breath, open your heart, and let's step into today's conversation. Welcome back, my friends, to Your Radiant Spirit. I'm your host, Heather Eck. I'm an artist, a spiritual guide, and a lover of all things color and energy. And this week's episode is one that so many of us can probably relate to, because whether we admit it or not, we've all felt anger moving through us. Maybe it's a sudden flare when somebody crosses a line, or quiet resentment that builds when you feel unseen or misunderstood. Or maybe it's just a heavy, restless tension that sits in your body and you can't quite name why. Anger is one of those emotions that we're taught to manage or hide, but not necessarily to understand. And yet anger is one of the most powerful teachers our body has. In today's episode, we're going to explore what our anger might be trying to show us, how it connects to specific areas of the body, how to trace it back to the emotion underneath that using the emotion wheel, and how color can help us release it gently instead of carrying it. So, take a deep breath and settle in. Let's talk about what really happens when anger speaks, how our bodies, in its own beautiful language of color, is always trying to lead us back to peace. So, anger can take up a lot of space in the body. It can hold so much space in our minds. It feels hot, it's sharp, sometimes it's explosive, and most of us were taught to hide it or manage it instead of listening to it. But one of my favorite books, The Secret Language of the Body, reminds us that our emotions and our pain are messages. When we ignore them, the body starts to hold them, and anger in particular settles into our livers and our gallbladders. My friends, unresolved anger can contribute to illnesses and ailments like high blood pressure, inflammation, psoriasis, sinusitis, tumors, cancer, pneumonia, ulcers, so much more. And when it's left unexpressed, it can show up as headache, fatigue, tension, irritability, and anger. My friends, this isn't our bodies working against us. It's speaking for us. And it is gently saying, there's something here that needs to move. So let's go beneath the surface of anger. The emotion wheel is one of my favorite ways to understand emotions in a deeper way. A lot of us will just sort of say, I'm mad or I'm sad or whatever, but there's almost always something underneath that. And anger is rarely anger alone. It's often covering something a bit more delicate, maybe something like a hurt that hasn't been acknowledged, or a fear that something might be lost, or shame for needing what you need. So when you pause and ask, what's really underneath this? You start to find the real emotion that wants the care, not the control. And the moment that you can name it, your body starts to release. So, when I see anger through color, it often appears to me as a deep, intense, alive red. Red belongs to the root center, the energy center of safety and belonging. So anger is like a fire alarm going off in your root saying, I don't feel safe. Something important to me feels threatened. This doesn't feel good. Instead of trying to erase that, instead of just trying to ignore that, we actually need to look at it. It's begging to be seen. When we look at it, we can name it. When we name it, we can balance it. When we balance it, we can heal it. For me, because I speak in color, color acts like a form of medicine. So red, because it's so fiery, is going to find harmony in a color that's complementary, like a green or a turquoise or a silver blue. Green connects to the heart and actually also connects to the liver. It brings forgiveness, softness, and renewal. A color like turquoise, which is connected to the throat and the heart, brings flow and tranquility. It helps the truth move through the throat. Or a color like a silvery blue brings perspective and calm and reminds us that peace is still available. Even just imagining those colors can change your body's chemistry, can ease you into peace. So, if you have been feeling grouchy or pissed off or irritated or irritable or any other emotion that you can name that sort of sits underneath anger, we're going to do a little mini meditation to cool the fire. You know the drill. If you're driving, don't close your eyes. If you're out walking your dog while you're listening, don't close your eyes. But if it's safe to do so, I invite you to gently sit down or lie down and close your eyes. We're going to take a deep, slow breath in through your nose. Let it out through your mouth. I want you to bring your awareness to the right side of your body, just under your ribs, and imagine a small ember of red light glowing there. Just notice small ball of red light. Now I want you to breathe in green light. It's cool and minty and fresh. Let it weave through the red. Feel the two colors begin to blend. They're sort of like a green and red wave. You think about when something burns, it's like scorched earth. And after everything's been burned away, then you can get new growth. So let's add a touch of turquoise. Imagine it soothing away the red. Feel the turquoise flowing up through your chest and your throat. Feel it soften and loosen your breath and your shoulders. Finally, invite a wash of silver blue pours in from above to your crown, slowly spilling down throughout your whole body. Feeling that silvery, cool blue go through your shoulders, your chest, your belly, your back, your legs, out through fingertips and your toes. Take a deep breath in and release. Place your hand gently on your stomach or on your chest and just whisper to yourself, I honor what I feel. I release what no longer needs my protection. I am safe to soften. Take one more full deep breath in and open your eyes. Our anger isn't our enemy. It's our ally. Anger points to where love and truth are still waiting to be expressed. When you meet the anger with awareness and color, the fire doesn't just disappear, but we can start to shift it into something lighter. We can dissolve all feelings of fear, numbness, rage, and judgment and we can find new ways of healing to fully express and let go of that anger. For now, if you're ready for something better and softer and healthier, let's turn that anger into peace and gently thank ourselves for that work. My friends, this is sacred work. This is the stuff. We got to figure out how to move these emotions out of our bodies. We can do that with art. We can do that with color. We can do that with dance, shaking it out. We can do that by playing music. We can do that by playing musical instruments. These are the things that we can do to help ourselves heal. So if you're ready to explore what your body's energy or your body's colors are trying to tell you, that's exactly what we do inside my spirit portrait programs. We use intuitive color work and spiritual guidance. We uncover the emotions our bodies have been carrying, and we help you release them with clarity and peace. If you're resonating with this message, you can learn more at heathereck.com/work-with-me. Our bodies are wise, my friends, and they're always speaking to us. I can't wait to share more with you in next week's episode. Until then, my friends, let your radiant spirit shine. Thank you for joining me today on Your Radiant Spirit. Every conversation here is an invitation to go beyond the surface, to listen to what your soul has been whispering, and to step into the life you've been longing for. If you're ready to go deeper, to work in a way that's personal, creative, and profoundly transformative, you'll find ways to connect with me in the show notes. Whether it's through art, a guided session, or a fully immersive journey, you'll discover a space where your truth is seen and your next chapter begins. If this episode spoke to you, it would mean the world if you shared it with a friend, left a review, or subscribed so more people can discover the conversations we have here. Until next time, my friend, keep noticing the colors, the moments, and the nudges. They're all leading you home. And for now, take a breath, hold on to what resonated, and carry it with you into the rest of your day. Thanks for listening.